Welcome to Scorched Earth and a general mid-month reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon or Ascendant for the last 2 weeks of March. I hope you're well. We're using the Llewelyn Tarot for you today. Now, these are structured a little differently to the main monthly readings. I'll keep them much shorter. What we'll do is pull 3 cards for your current energy, and then we'll pull 3 cards for looking for the lesson, right? That's what these videos are called, because I think it helps navigate difficult, possibly challenging energies if you can understand a broader context and what this energy is trying to teach you. And sometimes it's not trying to teach you anything. Sometimes it's trying to, pave the way for something new coming in. But having that kind of more reserved perspective, I think, often helps. And then we'll pull 3 cards for advice. If that doesn't make sense, bear with me, because I'm sure it will by the end of the video. So let's get 3 cards for Pisces to start with. There's the first one. And the second, we have Judgment and Justice. Good Lord. One more for... there we are. We have the 6 of Pentacles. That's interesting. Straight from the off, we've got 2 cards that are talking about balance. Judgment and Justice are two potentially fairly heavy cards, but I'm not getting a sense of that being a heavy thing for you. We've got the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck here, and that is a card that means for me home and everything that home entails. So not just your 4 walls, but the people that constitute home for you, that sort of thing. And it is a foundational card. It's followed by the Empress, which is beautiful. That's Taurian energy for me. Some people say it's Libran, but it's very creative. It's abundant. It's talking about new things coming in. It's one of my cards of a new start, and the 4 of Wands can absolutely be the construction of a new foundation. So with that in mind, I don't feel like these Judgment and Justice cards are too overwhelming for you. It actually feels determined. And was this not a theme that came up for you before? This level of determination that I could feel from you. The Judgment card often speaks about the past. It can speak to the resurrection of old circumstances that require you to close them out in some way or another. But it feels more like you making a decision on something. And in the making of this decision, I actually feel like there's something very comfortable here for you. It feels like a big decision, actually. And it might well have something to do with your home, or whatever home constitutes to you. But the Justice card is also often about making decisions about things. Big decisions, life-changing decisions. And the 6 of Pentacles is this card of balance. It can sometimes be a card of reciprocity or charity or something like that. But I think if you have felt for a while that you have been dealing with, existing on the charity of others, I feel like that's changing for you. Obviously, that's not going to be all of you, just some of you. But there's something inherently stabilizing about this decision that you've made, in whatever respect that it is. I mean, with a Justice card here, it might well refer to a legal situation that you might find yourself in. But something really stabilizing about the decisions that you have made about how you move forward. This is really strong. I like this for you, Pisces. So let's have a look for the lesson. What's going on here? Oh, we've got the 9 of Cups. Stunning. There's whatever that was that just fell down there. Temperance, card of Sagittarius in the Major Arcana. And we have the 2 of Swords. That's interesting. The very first card being the 9 of Cups means this is all about you, Pisces. And I like this because I've seen the readings going this way for you recently. An understanding of the fact that you have spent far too much time considering what other people need and desire and want, and putting always those ahead of your own desires. This energy that you're in at the moment, right, showing you how wonderful it can be to make decisions for yourself about your own life, how incredibly stabilizing that is. It's teaching you to think about yourself for a change, as you've needed to. And then we've got the Temperance card, which is yet another card of balance. Perhaps it's been that you've feared what might be destabilizing about putting yourself first. It's something that's so unfamiliar to you as a behavior, or even as a motivation. But I'm struck by the fact that there's a mermaid here on this Temperance card, and the little coin that is yours that I always sit with in my hand before I start any of the readings. It's got 2 mermaids on it to indicate Pisces. I see the mermaid as a symbol of liberation. She's free to navigate that which is often quite terrifying for other people, the emotional space. You've got that down, you understand it. But there's something quite particular to you that's going on here, and I don't think you can necessarily take a lot of these people with you, The only cards that have got multiple figures on them are the Judgment card and the 6 of Pentacles. And it feels like you making a judgment on a situation, whatever that situation may be. And the 6 of Pentacles being this kind of being at other people's beck and call. Whether they've realised that that's what they were doing with you or not, that's what's been happening. And here, the rest of the cards are all about you as an individual. And I like this for you very, very much. The last card here is the 2 of Swords. And that's quite interesting, because that's a card that usually speaks to me about somebody who is unwilling to make a decision by consulting their emotions or their intuition on the matter, right? Somebody usually trying to make a purely intellectual decision. And I actually quite like this for you, because part of what's been difficult for you is to detach from other people's emotions about what it is that you choose to do with your life. It's this increasing sense of self that we've been seeing creeping forwards over the last few months. And it feels like you're starting to embrace it, truly starting to embrace it. It's interesting, we've got the 5 of Swords, followed by the Knight of Cups, which is the Pisces card, and then the 7 of Pentacles beyond it. And as the cards come out, like, this is you moving away from a situation that was in some way unsatisfactory to you. Something that wasn't actually giving you anything, right? And I think that you've probably noticed that you've been giving a lot of people a lot of things for a long time. And now it's like, actually, do you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to canter off and go my way. And this 5 of Swords. It can speak to the fact that maybe your thinking has been a little bit, you sort of see how your thinking's been a little bit off for a little while, because it looks to me like these 2 women are the same ones. And indeed, they're both holding the swords. But there's almost a sense of it being okay. To move away from people, actually just put things down and move away. It's okay to live your own life. Actually, Pisces is generally the message that I'm seeing here, but it's the sort of thing that one takes as a given, but actually your lived experience has not really been that. And so the energy that you're in at the moment is reaffirming that actually there is a great deal of satisfaction to be got by you in following what it is that you want to do. I really like this. It doesn't have to be about everybody else all the time, It doesn't even have to be about everybody else some of the time. Let's get some cards of advice for Pisces, please. Good Lord. Well, we've got the Death card at the bottom of the deck. Now that's your sister, I was going to say sister fire sign, sister water sign, Scorpio there. It talks about transformation, and I think that you've been ready for this for some time, but you've been working your way around it, trying to work out how it is that you could actually action this with the least collateral damage. And actually it's okay for there to be a bit of collateral damage, because you have to go and live your own thing. We've got the 6 of Cups here, and we've got the 3 of Wands, And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I love this for you. The Six of Cups for me is about the past. It can sometimes talk about childhood. It can sometimes talk about past lives, actually. But there's a sense of a preparation for a move away from that which you have always known. So it could be you're moving away from your hometown. That could be it. It could be you're moving away from people that are important to you. And they don't cease to be important to you just because they're not in your immediate, proximity. But with this Three of Wands, I see a definite sort of turning away to face a new direction, one that's been a long time coming, and the creation of your own Ace of Pentacles, your own opportunities. Because I don't think you're necessarily moving towards an opportunity that exists right now. It feels like a very creative, let's not forget we had that Empress card at the bottom of the deck. It feels like you creating new opportunities for yourself. And that could well be a new house, new job, new everything. It feels like life's going to change for you. As dramatically as you want it to at this point. Or as undramatically. The point is it's up to you, I really like this for you, Pisces. So determined. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Know that I love you all very, very much, and I really approve of what you're doing here, Pisces. This is great. Right, take care, and I'll see you soon.